This is my second video for Pro Hamster Care. This video will be reviews on two of the cages I've got, Bob's cage and Bubbles' cage. So that's an iMac Fantasy and Habitrail tubular system. I think I'll start with Bubbles, the Habitrail, since she's awake and you'll get the added bonus of seeing a cute hamster. So yeah. Right, so here's Bubbles' Habitrail cage, and here's Bubble. I'll start off with the OVO pad part. It's rather small, so you couldn't have a hamster just living on there on its own, which is a mistake I'm sure a lot of Habitrail owners make. Habitrail cages are quite good because you can add to them without having to drill a hole in the side of a cage, because you can't really go back on that. But the problem is that lots of owners will just assume that you can get one little pod and just let your hamster live in there, but you really can't. So Habitrail don't really do a good job of advertising with that. And obviously for the price, you could buy a decent sized cage for the amount you pay for just one little bit. But anyway, I like the way it opens, like easy access, and it clips shut, so that it's quite escape proof. Bubble loves this little hidey hole. She likes, that's where she sleeps. I was trying to get her to sleep in this, but she refuses. And she seems to like using this thing as a toilet, so that's quite handy. This is where the Habitrail wheel would clip on, which is in Bob's cage at the moment, so I'll mention that, show you that later. It's quite a good wheel. It's noisy, but it's very easy to make quiet, and Bubble liked it until I replaced it. I replaced it with a silent spinner, but she likes that too. It's quite noisy, but it's easy to make quiet. So that's the OVO pad. This bit is from Habitrail Mini, which they don't make anymore. One of the good things about Habitrail is finding something like this at a car boot, because I got this for about a £5, so that was pretty amazing. It's not massive, so obviously you wouldn't really want this as the main cage either, but it's good for the main unit, and there's room in there for toys and the bowl and stuff with still floor space. So Bubble's quite happy in there. What I really like about this is all the tubes. It's not so good for a hamster that loves climbing, but for hamsters that love tubes, you know, it's a winner. Bubble loves the tubes. She the vertical ones most hamsters can't really handle, but Bubble's Chinese and she's pretty acrobatic, so she loves going up them. She shoots up them fast as lightning. I should really put another one in because, yeah. This thing though, I have had a hamster escape from before, because if you get a bit of tissue paper trapped here or something, then you won't hear it, then it won't close. You might hear a little click from where it touches, so you assume it's closed, but it's not, and then the hamster can just nudge that open and run off, and I've had that happen. And then it just goes boom, shut behind them, and they can't get back in. And, well, they have no desire to, I guess. Oh, now I can't close it, look. Oh, there we go. What I also like is you can add to it quite easily with bin cages, as I said, without ruining the cage. I made this. It's only small. It's just like a little extra that I made. I use it for a maze, really, which isn't in there at the moment. The way I made this was Super Pet, or whatever it is, I'm not completely sure, Puzzle Playground. This is one of the bits from there, and Habitrail is compatible with it, so I cut a hole and put this in, so it's like wedged in there, and I put that on the other side so that she's got nothing to nibble on, and then just put the tube in and it attaches right on, so that's good. Oh, lastly, before I forget, some people think that the ventilation is bad, which it's not brilliant as a barred cage, but it's okay. it is just holes, the ventilation, but there are quite a lot of them. The water bottle, that is terrible. Lots of people say it's leaky, which it isn't if you fill it up to the top and shake it, but rather than being at an angle, it's straight down, so the hamster has to put their head right up. I noticed when I replaced the water bottle, Bubble became a lot more active, so I don't think she was getting that much water from there. So yeah, so that's the Habitrail system. I'll move on to the next one now, which is Bob's iMac Fantasy. Okay, so the light has gone off. No, it hasn't. This is Bob's iMac Fantasy. I'll put my hand on it so you can get a good idea of the size. There we go. His is 3 floors at the moment, plus the top one, which is just a little one. The roof's lower. So originally it comes with this bottom one and this top one, and then you add the extensions. It's quite a good cage. I love that you can add to it without it taking up loads of room because you build it up. So that's definitely a bonus for people that don't have very much room. I don't know if anyone's ever tried this, but my dad made me think of it the other day when he called this, because it does actually. He said it looks like a hamster block of flats, and since there's a door on each level, I wonder if anyone has ever blocked off the levels and had a hamster on each level, because that could work. So if anyone tries that, tell me if it works. So one of the bad things is the height of the roof. It's not that high. You can fit about an 8-inch wheel in there, maximum. So if you've got a particularly large Syrian, then don't put him or her in here, because you won't be able to get a wheel size that's okay for him or her. And you can only, of course, put in this one because the base is deeper, which brings me to this. So it's not very deep on the extensions. See, so you've got to put hardly any wood shavings in, otherwise they'll just get kicked out, which isn't good. Bob loves that the tubes lead somewhere because he loves tubes. And some people think the floor space is quite bad. I don't think it's that bad actually. It's similar to the Mini Doona, which no one would really put a Syrian in, but since it's got a few floors, it's okay, and you can fit toys in there while still having floor space, so I think that's okay. And Bob's happy in there, which is the most important thing. You wouldn't want to just have the top and bottom floor though. You'd want to add at least one extension. I thought I saw Bob waking up then, but he appears to have gone back, so you won't get to see him. I will say these twist off, and for there he is. For a particularly determined hamster, a great way to escape. I'd heard of hamsters doing this, but Bob had never really seemed interested in it, so I just didn't think he would. But he did, and he jumped all the way down here, he must have. And then I found him in the hallway outside of my room the next day, because I'd been at my dad's, who was probably out overnight. So you're going to want to sellotape these down so they can't do that. Some people say the top ventilation is bad, but as you can see, there's holes covering the whole of the top, and they're a decent size as well, and he's fine. I like that it comes with that little bed thing. Bob loves that. I don't really get why there needs to be a twisty thing on each floor though. That seems a bit pointless. Also, actually that's it. With the bar spacing, hey Bob, you'd want to have a Syrian. You might be able to get a Russian in there because they're quite chubby, but any smaller than that and they will squeeze through these bars, so don't put them in. So yeah, that's the iMac Fantasy. If anyone has any questions about it or the Habitrail system, then feel free to ask me. So there you go.